Welcome back to my channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with a C, and welcome to Stranger Things 3 reactions. I'm not even gonna do my whole spiel. I'm not gonna get into my little script, y'all. I just want to go ahead and tell you what this video is all about. Y'all, today, happy Independence Day, by the way, but I'm not here for that today. I am here for America's independence, but I'm here for something else. Y'all, today feels like Christmas. It's Christmas in July. And I'm so happy. I don't know what to say. But you guys, I've been waiting like almost 2 years, y'all, for Stranger Things. So this is my favorite show. Unexpectedly, I kept seeing people talk about Stranger Things on YouTube, and they kept it was like so popular and like a cult classic. But I felt like for me, it didn't really pick up until I watched season 1 of Stranger Things a little bit before season 2 came out. So yeah, that's about like 2 years ago, and I think it originally came out 2016. I don't know, I didn't look any of that stuff up before I turned on the camera. But you guys, let me just go ahead and I wrote down a few notes, so let me go ahead and show you what I'm working with today. So I do want to introduce you guys again to Stranger Things Season 3 reactions. There are 8 episodes in this season from what I saw. So I'm going to be doing reactions. I'm going to be putting out reactions weekly to Stranger Things Season 3 until they're done. So I don't know. I don't really have a time frame on that. I am planning on recording at least two reactions today, maybe 3. I do record on my phone, so just a little caveat. And actually, Stranger Things Season 2, if you have not looked at my channel or anything already, because usually I do my little spiel, you guys, but I didn't for this video because I'm super excited. But I do have reactions to Season 2 of Stranger Things. Those were actually the first reactions I did on my channel, and so they're not the best. I wouldn't even say, you know, my reactions now are as good as they're going to get. I'm speaking, they are going to get better. So I do want to advise you guys, like when it comes to this beginning section, the volume is one way, but then when I actually record, the volume does change. So if you're on headphones or like AirPods or any other type of device, make sure you do adjust accordingly to enjoy these reactions. So again, everything is done on my phone. I record and edit on my phone, so that's why everything's not necessarily in sync all of the time. But yeah, Season 2, I did start reactions. Those are on my channel. Check those out. But yeah, for Season 1 and 2, Season 1 to me was a slow burn. I did watch it. I did enjoy it. And it's crazy that I enjoyed it because I don't typically enjoy series with children. I love children, don't get me wrong. Nobody send me any hate. I love children, but I don't like when children do things in real life or in television that I perceive as being real grown. I don't like grown children. You know, children are children. So yeah, I don't typically like those series or television shows with children being grown. But I did love the setup of Stranger Things and the vision behind it, because you not only had the children, you had the teenagers, and then you had the adults, and all of them had separate storylines, but then they all converged at the end. That's what I thought was so brilliant about the writing of Season 1. We had the same structure in Season 2, and Season 2 just totally upped the ante. So I was really loving Season 2, and Season 2 ended off with the kids at the snowball dance, which was just the perfect touch to the end of that season. So we're now into Season 3, and what are my predictions? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what my predictions are. Let me tell you a little bit about my favorite character, though, of this series. And actually, I don't even need to tell you. Let me show you. Let me introduce you to our Stranger Things Season 3 reaction uniform. So, and I did put on makeup, not for Stranger Things, but I actually am going to be going out a little bit later on, so I went ahead and put on my makeup early. So, but yeah, let me show you our uniform for Stranger Things Season 3. Let me get up. What? Who is that, y'all? Who is this? This is Steve Harrington. Put some respect on Steve's name. Come through, Steve. I call Steve Come Through. So, like, Steve has come through since Season 1, Episode 8. I love the story arc that they did with Steve Harrington, where you thought he was just going to be this stereotypical bully, kind of like, jock or whatever, and he was gonna love him and leave him as far as Nancy was concerned. Total opposite. Steve came through season 1, episode 8. Steve been coming through since then. If it not been for Steve, Nancy and Jonathan would have died in season 1. I truly believe that. If it had not been for Steve, season 2, the kids would have died. You see what the shirt says? The shirt says babysitter service. Steve is the best babysitter you want for your kids. For real, for real. He gonna make sure they stay safe. Steve laid his life on the line for those kids. So, and then Steve and Dustin's relationship in season 2 was just classic. I look forward to that in season 3. So actually this shirt, you guys, I really wanted something Stranger Things to do these reactions. So I actually got this shirt from Kohl's. Kohl's is not a store that I ever shop at, but I happened to look up like online and, do a search of like, I wanted a shirt that had something with Steve Harrington on it. And actually they had this one at Kohl's. Let me show you guys the receipt for this. So this is the Kohl's receipt. So this is the retail price of this shirt that I'm wearing, and it is a size large. And the retail price, I don't know, hopefully you guys can see that, but it's $28. Y'all, I got this shirt at Kohl's on sale, on clearance, for $5.60. I don't know if it's showing right there. But yeah, so they may still have them at Kohl's. Go get you one if you don't have one. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to do that little introduction and just kind of well, it's not a brief recap, but a recap of my favorite show. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into these reactions. This is season 3, episode 1, and the episode is called Suzie, Do You Copy? All right, I will see you guys on the other side with my review and observations. Bye, guys. Interesting. Oh, June 28th, 1984. I was just born, and a little over a week old at that point in time. Or are they trying to get, the upside down? Are these the Russians? Listen! Come on now! Who does this? Oh my gosh, it melted those people! Suzie, do you copy? What is this? Oh, 11 and Mike. Okay.
Nobody wants to know you now. Nobody wants to show you.
Mike, stop.
Look at him!
Hey! Hey! Minimum. Leave the door open.
Isn't this funny? This is like the mall. You remember season 2, episode 1? They were going to the arcade. Now it's the mall. We've upgraded.
Yeah, watch it, nerd.
Isn't it?
Oh, look at Erica.
Isn't it time you die?
Psycho.
Butthead.
Mall rat.
Fuck face.
Oh no, that was mature.
Oh my gosh, little Erica is the best.
Hey, Dingus, your children are here.
Your children are here.
Seriously?
It's my favorite actor. My favorite character. Yes, Steve. They got you looking silly, but it's cool, man.
I swear, if anybody hears about this,
We're dead.
Made it. We missed the previews. Still made it. Fart face.
No, previews are the best part of the movie. If the movie sucks, at least you have hope for the future. I love previews.
That isn't gonna work, Dingus.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's like the upside down music. Look at this. What in the world is this? That's crazy. Will feels something. Look at him. He's got goosebumps. He feels it. Man, that's crazy. And if he tells anyone, they'll think it's PTSD. Oh, it fell off the refrigerator. Oh, Bob. Don't remind me of Bob. We should pull out a Farrah Fawcett hairspray. I'm done, Dustin. Mike is so tall.
And show.
mullet like? Isn't that Mike's mom? She got all that makeup on. At the pool, at that.
Huck, it's really important that no matter how they respond, you stay calm.
He's not gonna do that.
Lose your temper.
Totally not gonna do that.
Maybe you could do it for me.
No.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you
No. You gotta do it how?
And another one bites the dust. You
gonna find one, Steve. Don't worry about it.
6, Popeye.
Yeah, I can count.
Dang, she can even count?
Yep, I can read too.
Since when?
It's this stupid hat. I am telling you, it is totally blowing my best feature.
Yeah, company policy.
Yeah, your hair.
Hey there, would you guys like to set sail on this ocean of pleasure with me? I'll be your captain. I'm Steve Harrington.
Oh, God.
Can I get you guys a little taste of the cherry
Steve,
blue?
you too extra. Come on, Steve.
Banana boat? 4 people? 4 spoons? Shared in the booth?
What happened, Steve?
It's hot out there.
You want to have dinner tonight? You can give me some more pointers.
I have plans.
She ain't got no plan.
Okay.
This is fun and all, but
I have to go home.
we're almost there. Sorry, man. Curfew.
Let's go. Good luck.
Oh, curfew.
Curfew at 4? They're lying. It's been like this all.
Wait, curfew? It's daylight.
It's bullshit. I just got home.
Oh my gosh! Look at all these rats! Ew! Oh my gosh! They're floating!
I didn't think you taught adults.
Well, I offer more advanced lessons to select clientele. Come to think of it, there is a good pool out at Motel 6.
Motel 6?
It's very quiet. You know, very private. Shall we say tonight?
Tonight?
8 o'clock.
This is really cool. Alright, she talking about she had plans. She ain't had no plans. You could have been out with Hopper having a good meal.
Yeah, I come to Simpson County tonight. Nice to meet you, Mary.
She probably still ain't over Bob yet and what happened. Yeah, see, look. Aww.
They're funny.
That's so sad.
Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble.
No, nobody's in trouble. Okay. I just
Why are you being disrespectful? Oh no, don't do it, Hop.
Your mom called.
What?
Yeah. She needs you home right away.
Is everything okay?
No, I don't think so. It's your grandma.
Why you lie to that boy like that?
You're crazy!
Crazy. You want to see real crazy? You disrespect me.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do, Hop.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna drive you home. And I'm gonna speak. And you're going to listen. And then maybe by the end of it, maybe if you're lucky, maybe I will continue to allow you to date my daughter. Not if you understand.
Good job, Hop. Good job. That was good. No need for yelling. You gotta get that quiet, stern voice. Yes, sir, you did it. You did that thing, Hop.
Or maybe Suzie doesn't exist. She exists. She's a genius and she's hotter than Phoebe Cates. No girl is that perfect.
Is that so?
I mean, you're perfect. I mean, like, perfect in your own way.
Special.
Your own special.
Stop, Lucas, stop.
Relax, it was teasing. I'm obviously perfect, and Dustin's obviously
I
lying.
bet they're into Suzie.
Come on, Don Juan.
We're gonna meet Suzie at the end of the season.
Where are you?
Yeah. But why are we out here alone though? Again. Like Dustin's out here by himself. They done sent Will home by himself again.
Suzie, is that you?
What happened in season 1? Detrimental. Oh, that's a pretty dress. Yeah, I was like, where your daughter Holly at? Where her daddy?
Hey, Karen. You mind if I call you Karen, do you? Hey.
Oh my God! What happened? Oh, why you put your hand on that? Oh my gosh, they're demonic little rats. Oh,
Who's there?
why did you put your hand on that? Billy, no.
I said, who's there?
Oh my God. Oh, this is like Barb from season 1. Oh my gosh. What an opener, y'all. What an opener. Oh my gosh. Whew. Hold on. Let me watch credits. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So that was a shocking ending to me. But yeah, so this was chapter 1, Suzie, do you copy? We learned that Suzie is Dustin's girlfriend that he met at camp, and Suzie lives in Utah. Suzie is Mormon. And Dustin can only communicate with Suzie by setting up a radio tower, apparently. I guess Suzie doesn't have a phone because she's Mormon. I don't know what them 80s Mormons was like, but yeah, I don't know. But Dustin had his friends come up. These are good friends, by the way. They are really good friends to go with you, like walk for 4 or 5 hours, do essentially a Lord of the Rings voyage, and help you set up a radio tower just so you can talk to your girlfriend so they can verify that Suzie's a real person. So that's crazy. But yeah, so we had Dustin kind of come back into the fold this episode. We got some weird stuff still going on with Will. Will feels that something is not right, but it's so difficult for Will because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, is it PTSD? Is it just me having flashbacks? Or is there something real going on? And we see, like, when he was at the movie theater with the other kids, like, he got the goosebumps on the back of his neck, and we saw that last season. So that was really crazy. I expected really pretty much these first few episodes to be kind of seeing where everybody is and catching up with everybody, which we did definitely get that, but we did get some action as well. So I really am very confident season 3 is going to be awesome. It's switching into high gear already, y'all. So we follow up with Billy, who's working at the pool. Mrs. Wheeler and her little middle-aged friends is at the pool trying to get Billy's attention, because apparently Billy the only good-looking dude in Hawkins, and Billy is like essentially, I don't know how old Billy is. Is Billy jailbait? I don't know how old Billy is. Billy has got to be, no, okay, Billy is probably like, what, 18, 19? Because Steve just graduated himself, I think. And I think Billy and Steve were along with one another. So I think Billy and Steve were like seniors and then they graduated. So this is probably like the summer of their, like, after they graduated, I think maybe. So maybe like Billy and Steve are around like 19. I would say, I'll give them 19. They're around 19 years old. Nancy and Jonathan are working at Hawkins Post. So I think like Jonathan is a photographer. Nancy is essentially like a delivery girl who wants to kind of go up the ranks and be a journalist. I predict by the end of the season, she definitely will outshine all of her coworkers. So I definitely believe that's going to happen. And what else do we have? We have Joyce, who's essentially the only store that's open on that block of stores that has closed downtown because of the mall opening. So the mall opening like really shut down a lot of the small businesses. So Joyce is still working downtown though. And still, again, kind kind of taking care of, Will and Jonathan and still living in the same house. But Joyce isn't completely over everything that happened with Bob. The year prior or maybe a few years prior. I don't remember actually what year we ended off with Stranger Things. I want to say maybe it was it 83? I think it was 84. So then we're in 85 now. So, yeah, so like this has just been a year since Bob died, essentially. Like not even really a year, maybe. So she's still kind of struggling through that. Clearly there's an interest between her and Hopper, but she's not ready to explore that. Hopper is trying to figure out how to deal with this whole thing with Elle and Mike. And because he's trying to be a good dad to 11, of course, he doesn't want to put very strict boundaries on her to not date Mike. But it just makes his skin crawl that they spend so much time together. And of course, where all that leads. Like, oh, they're just kissing. But of course, kissing leads to other things if it's unchecked and unspoken about, if we don't talk about these things. So Joyce is trying to help Hopper to talk to 11 and Mike. And she's telling him all these things to say, but they are so not Hopper at all. That's just not his personality. That's just not him at all. I actually like Hopper's approach because Mike was being real disrespectful, and you gotta teach these kids around here respect, okay? You ain't gonna come to my house and disrespect me. So then Hopper at first lied. I don't appreciate Hopper lying to Mike and telling him something happened to his nana, but he was just trying to get Mike out the house. And then when he got him in the car, Mike over here being disrespectful, like cursing at Hopper, like, oh, you a liar, da da da. And Hopper was like, listen, let me tell you something. Like, we gonna take this drive home, and you will not disrespect me again, and maybe I'll allow you to date my daughter. That's so cute. He calls Elle his daughter. Oh, it's so sweet. But yeah, he's like, maybe I'll allow you to date my daughter. Nod your head if you understand. He nodded his head too. I'm like, listen, don't you dare disrespect me now. Listen, don't play with Hopper. So I really actually like the way he did it after, not the lie, but I like the way he laid down the law to Mike. And he didn't yell. It was just that quiet sternness that Mike needed to hear. And he gonna have to translate that to 11 as well. So, yeah, that was really cool. You see just the changes in the group because Mike and 11 like to spend all this time together, which is understandable because they spent so much time apart with the Upside Down and with 11 living with Hopper and, Mike not knowing about it until essentially the end of last season. So it's understandable. They are in that hormonal stage. They like to spend a lot of time together. And then you have so it's kind of like you have Mike and 11 who are somewhat dividing from the group because they're spending all this time together. But then you have on the other end, you've got Lucas and Maxine who, are boyfriend and girlfriend, but they're still enmeshed with the group. So that's a very interesting dynamic as well. You have Will who essentially missed out on some things. Will's had to grow up very fast with everything that's happened. In a way, unlike the other kids had to grow up. And so I feel like Will is almost wants to regress and he wants things to be familiar the way that they were before all this bad stuff happened. So Dustin, goes to camp and comes back and he's got all these cool little gadgets and he's talking about a girlfriend or whatever, but Dustin is still Dustin. So Will's like, well, maybe, we can play D&D and have a good time, do things like we used to do. So, I really worry for Will's state of mind though, for real, because it's just a hard thing when your friends are transitioning, but it's a scary thing. When, you never fully, I don't know how to really describe it. Hopefully I'll get what I'm saying. Just because Will has been through so much and his safe place is that Dungeons and Dragons, in your friends' basements, but they're no longer in that space. So everything is really kind of unfamiliar. You're trying to navigate through unfamiliar territory. So that's how I feel about Will. Did we touch all the characters? I think we did. Steve, essentially my favorite character, is working at this little ice cream shop in the mall. And Steve did not go to college. So he around here with his friends, old friends and people who are going to college, who are transitioning in life. And unfortunately, he has not yet transitioned to whatever he's going to do. So he's working this little job at the mall, not making much money. He's with his coworker who is taking tabs on how he strikes out with all these girls who come to the mall, which is crazy to me because Steve had mad game. I don't know what happened to Steve's game. Steve had mad game in season 1 because he was like racking up on them women. So I don't know what happened, but I guess, definitely that mall job and that hat does not help because Steve has wonderful hair. But Steve just got to find his element. Maybe him and that girl at the that he works with will end up getting together. I don't know. But I kind of sense that, but maybe that's not the direction they're going to go in. And then we have this whole thing with the Russians. That's where the episode starts off, where they're trying to open the Upside Down. It seems that, a year later they have been successful, and all this weird stuff is going on, like in Hawkins with the rats exploding, which is disgusting. And then you have, so you have that weird stuff, and Will is sensing it. Then you also have, Billy trying to hook up with Mrs. Wheeler. Mrs. Wheeler forgot that she had 3 children and a husband. I don't know what's going on, Mrs. Wheeler. But, and wearing all this makeup to the pool. So, Billy goes to rendezvous with Mrs. Wheeler, and his car is hit by an object. And then he goes and gets out the car, and he is pulled down to looks like a cellar, which is really, really crazy. I didn't think we were going to see something like that in the first episode, and especially with Billy. But if Billy dies, it follows the rules of bees. Because season 1, we had Barb, R.I.P. Barb. Barb was trying to be a good friend. She was a good person. Then season 2, we had Bob, R.I.P. Bob. Bob was trying to be a good boyfriend and a good surrogate father for Jonathan and Will. Bob was trying to be that support. But he was a good dude. Then, if it's the law of bees, Billy would be a logical next, but I don't think we're going to lose Billy. Billy's not a good person. I'm not going to say he's not a good person, but he just hasn't shown himself to be all that great of a person. So maybe this is going to be a humbling experience for him. I don't think he's going to die. So we'll find out this next episode. But yeah, that was my recap for season 3, episode 1. Suzie, do you copy Stranger Things? So I'm going to try to fit in one more episode. Then I've got some other stuff going on later on, you guys, and then maybe I can come back for another episode to do 3 episodes today. We'll see. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this reaction, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure you share with anyone else who is loving Stranger Things season 3, who's excited about these episodes and these reactions. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. So make sure you share this video with any of them. Also, make sure you do comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this first episode. I thought it had a lot more action than I thought, even though I knew it was going to kind of be a setup for the season. I think it definitely had more action than I thought it was going to have. So I'm really excited about the season. But also, before you leave, make sure you do subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit the button next to it so you're notified when I do upload these reactions onto YouTube. And again, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.